Yo, what's up? Filip of Academy FM here. Today, I'm going to show you how to make a dubstep buildup. So, to start off, I'm gonna set the project to 150. I'll load it in my master channel here. And I'm gonna start adding the samples I already picked up beforehand. I'm gonna start off with a kick, snare, ambience, downlifters, a riser, vocals, redrop vocal. I'm just sketching out the layout of the build now. Which is gonna be like so. Alright, so we're gonna do an 8-bar buildup, leaving the last bar for bowens / vocals. So what I'm gonna do is make a pattern here. I'm gonna use the snare as the beat down, or the downbeat instead of the kick. People generally don't expect this, but I think it's cool. Something like that. Alright, copy paste this all the way to here. And we're gonna start adding variations all the way to the 8 marker here. So here we could just do like so. I'm holding shift and dragging duplicate things. Here we're gonna make the kick go on the snare. We could also cut these tails. So what you can do is just mark one sample, like so. If you want to do that to all of the samples, click up here and then select all similar clips, like so. But I just wanted it here so it doesn't interfere with the transients of the kicks, or the transients of the kick and the snare. So then pre-drop vocal, like so. So we're gonna use vocal, this one I think. Hey! No, maybe the other one. I'm double clicking, right click, and going over samples to quick mute them and unmute them, because I like having them in case I want to use them. We're just gonna use this and make a loop faster and faster towards the end. You can use this button to go through the sample you shortened. Maybe find a better part that is in, or that almost doesn't have a transient like this one. But this works since we're going for a longer period of the sample. Alright, so we're gonna make this vocal pitch towards the end, and then we're gonna add some reverb to it to make it more interesting. So we're gonna drop it in the mixer somewhere, like so. Pull this down, because if you have it set like this, make an automation, it's gonna use this as the default position. So if you just have your automation clip in this area over here, like so, it's gonna start out full wet here, and then it's gonna lower to where you set your automation. So a good way of making your data layout a bit tidier without having long automation clips running through all the track is by setting default position or even initializing the song with this position, meaning it's, so for example, you made a automation clip like so, and you're playing this sample that you put the FX on from here. It has a reverb on it, even though, for example, you pull down the automation here, but it's just gonna start reading the automation from this point. And we don't want that, we want it to be like so, all the way before the automation kicks in. And here I just killed the automation like so, because we don't want any of the tail interfering with the pre-drop vocal we're going to use here. So this one I picked.
Hollow tip.
It's not
hollow tip.
Synced right now.
Hollow tip.
Now it is. So we're going to make 2 or 3 in total unique copies of this sample. This one we're going to put on stretch so we can pull this down 1 octave without affecting the BPM. Sample, this one we're going to set to mono, since I'm just going to show you the difference. So without mono it sounds like this.
Hollow tip.
With mono it sounds like this.
Hollow tip.
Gives it more of a raspy sound. Works better when you're layering more harmonics onto others.
Hollow tip.
So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to put all these in the mixer on the same channel. They're all linked. Control L is the shortcut, and if whatever you select, go over to empty mixer channel. Whenever you press Control L, it's gonna link all the things you selected in the pattern. So those are linked to 4. We're gonna put on an EQ just to remove the low end of the sample, like so. Gonna add OTT to glue them all together. Not on max depth though, because that sounds weird. Sounds okay. So far it's pretty empty. We're gonna add this atmosphere sample, and I want to make this build up in F. Thinking if I made this into a full track, I'd want the track to be in F, since it's the most commonly used key for bass heavy music. Works pretty much everywhere. So we'll put this on stretch. Without stretch, it's not real time. You can't automate it if you choose to. But it's in A. We're gonna bring it down to F, which is 4 notes, 400 cents. I'm gonna cut some low end on this because we don't want it to interfere with the sub we're gonna add in a minute. So sub, I'm gonna use 7 for this. I'm gonna make it a bit bigger so you can see. I'm just gonna use a Reese for this, and I'm gonna put the pitch bend range to 12, since I wanna automate this 1 octave up towards the end of the build-up. So we're gonna create an automation clip there. It's a bit longer than I want it to be. That's fine. Add a point here. Set this to 50, like so. It's gonna pitch from here to here. And then you might want to reset it back to 0 in case you plan on using the same sub later on for a breakdown here example. So we're gonna add some notes to this. I'm gonna make this, let's see, make this lower. You could even pitch this up 1 octave. Sounds slightly detuned, but we could probably bury this under the mix. we might also pitch this atmosphere thing, and I already wanted to start 1 octave up, and I need this to be free from that, so I just pulled this, the original sample, this one 1 octave up, which is, so if it's minus 400 cents, it has to be 800 cents to, because 800 plus 400 is 1 octave, and we also repitched this to F. So we already made one here, like so. Put this back to 50. So we're making everything picture, or everything that has a tonality to it. Gonna add some brass tabs here. Gonna loop this, make it go faster too. Mark the area we want the automation clip in. Set the range to 12 for 1 octave. Wrong button, like so. Here we go.
High no tip.
Okay, that sounds cool. I'm gonna add some hi-hats for more energy in here. These hats are playing in triplets towards the end, doesn't matter. Triplet grid. We're just gonna cut one out like so. Make it play together with the snare and kick.
High no tip.
That works. So the risers we added before, the downlifters. Could also add this impact, which is in the same key.
No tip.
I'm also gonna sidechain all of these effects to the kick. So I'm gonna put all I want sidechain. It's already in. I want the sub to be sidechained to the kick. Like so. You can mark them all like so. And then route them to one track, and we're gonna call this side. Gonna add in the kick and sidechain to the bus we made for all these. Add a limiter. Gotta select the kick.
No tip.
I think that's it. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.